Hello everyone, my name is Saleh Ahmed and my code is 012 025 020 588, and today I'm going to talk about the pay structure in the human resource management from a global perspective. And this presentation is based on a research report where I reviewed 10 recently academic articles to understand how different the pay structure affect their employees and the organizations. Okay, so pay structure refers to how company organizations salaries and rewards across different roles. It's not just about how much people get paid. It's about fairness, motivation, performance, and whether the employee choose to stay or leave. And in this presentation, I will walk you through global insights on pay transparency, equality and performance based rewards, and more, all drawn from the real academic research. So, from the research, we have five main themes stood out. First, the pay transparency, which is how open the companies are about their compensation. Second, we have the internal and the external equity, which is whether pay is fair inside the company and compared to the market. Third, we have the performance related pay, which is linking payment to the outcome results. Fourth, how compensations affect the employee orientation. And finally, how leadership influence fairnesses in pay. Okay, so in the first article by Orlando and colleges, we learned that companies using variable pay like bonuses are more likely to be transparent, and this builds trust and it also improves how fair the employees feel the system is. In Vietnam, it showed that the employees in state-owned companies care not just about the salary, but the full compensation package, include the benefits and career support. And in Bangladesh, Rahman, he found that when the facility feel pay is fair compared to the colleges, they are more emotionally connected and loyal to their institution. Okay, so moving, we have the George and Van der Waal. They looked at the performance-related pay in a public organizations. So they found it works, but only when the performance is clearly measured and supported by the workplace's culture. Next, we have two people who studied the German companies and discovered that the fairness in how pay is distributed is even more important than how much you make. And people just want to feel valued and treated equally. Finally we have Kang and Mr. Lee. They found that elegant composition with company culture gives organization a competitive advantage, especially if you use skill-based pay in learning focus workplace. So in Malaysia, we have Ingbo and Uthman. They found that the competitive pay helps the SMEs retain employees better. And the second thing, we have China. So China related to the ethical leaders create a smaller pay gaps between executive and workers, which improve their morals. And we have Tenhill and his team. So Tenhill and his team, they showed that when the pay process and transparent, the team became more motivated and collaborative. And finally, we have Zoo. So Zoo found that agent pay with market standards, it boosts the motivation and the productivity, in the state-owned companies. Okay, so moving on with the consequences of the bad pay structure. So if the pay structure are unfair or confusing, a lot can go wrong. So the employees, they can lose their motivation, they can turn over, and there is often tension between the workers and the management. And the large pay gaps, like huge difference between the CEOs and the regular employees, it creates resentment, and if pay doesn't match that the company says it values, people will lose their trust in their leadership. Okay, so for the recommendations to fix this organization, we should do four things. First, we have the balance. First, we have to balance the internal fairnesses with the external market competitiveness. Second, we have to communicate clearly about how pay decisions are made. Third is to choose a pay model that fits the company's culture, like using a based pay in creative teams. And last but not least, we have to promote a leadership that value the equity and inclusion. And by the way, the ethical leaders make a good difference. Okay, so overall, a strong pay structure isn't just about money. It's about creating fairness, trust, and alignment between people and the company's goals. If done right, it will help. It will help to rental talent, boost the motivation, and drive the performance. And thanks for watching. I hope this gives you a global sight into how the pay structure shaped workshop around the world.